You don't get better at the LSAT by just taking more practice tests. You have to be reviewing your wrong answers. That is where the point jumps come from. If your LSAT score isn't increasing, you're studying wrong. How much time you study isn't as important as how efficient you're studying. One of the most impactful things that I did when I was studying for the LSAT is use a wrong answer journal. Now, there's some mixed feelings out there. I've heard some people say they don't feel like it's a good use of time, but I want to be clear. You're not using a wrong answer journal because you're going to be going back and reviewing your wrong answers. You're doing a wrong answer journal because it forces you to walk yourself through the exact reasons why you got the wrong answer wrong, why you picked the wrong answer, why you didn't pick the right answer, and what can you do differently. Progress on the LSAT is not made by doing practice tests. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You don't get better at the LSAT by just taking more practice tests. You have to be reviewing your wrong answers. That is where the point jumps come from. If you don't understand why you got the answer wrong, you're just going to keep making the same mistake. And I think that's one thing that is responsible for me having such significant jumps when I was studying, is that once I fixed something that I was doing consistently wrong and I understood it, that issue didn't have to worry about me anymore. Okay. I was not going to make the same mistake. And I tackled one type of mistake at a time until I didn't have very many mistakes left. Now, there are a few different ways that you can keep a wrong answer journal. It is going to be different for everybody depending on how you learn best. Some people like to keep a spreadsheet. Some people like to just write it down, I guess. I don't know. I don't recommend that. Handwriting, that's going to take too long. Me personally, I use my tablet. I copied and pasted the exact question from a PDF. It's a little bit more work, but I'm a very visual learner. So I would take the exact question, paste it onto my note. I used Samsung Notes, and then I would highlight the right answer green, highlight the wrong answer red. I could mark it up as I reworked through it. And then I wrote down, why did I choose the wrong answer? Why did I not choose the right answer? And what am I going to do differently next time? That last part is so key. What am I going to do differently next time? Because what I would find when I was doing my wrong answer journal, in a certain study session, I would find that the what am I going to do differently next time was kind of the same. And this is where I was able to spot trends and really figure out what is the cause of the mistakes I'm making. Was it that I didn't thoroughly read the question stem? Was it that I missed a word like if in an answer choice? Was it that I didn't understand the passage? What's another one? Another mistake that I was making is not understanding a phrase. Like the LSAT has a habit of taking phrases that we don't use in everyday language and like using that in your answer choices. However, the good news is once you identify that and you understand what they mean by that, then you can not make that mistake again. So it's really important that you are being honest with yourself. Sometimes the reason why you chose the wrong answer is pretty silly. Sometimes you might feel like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. But that's how you identify it so that you make sure you don't make those silly little simple careless mistakes again. If you're getting an answer wrong, it's because of one of four things. You either don't understand the passage, you misread or didn't understand the question, or you didn't understand or misread the answers, or you didn't get to it. You only have to do the wrong answer journal, obviously, for the questions that you attempted. Now, I also recommend working through the wrong answer journal prompts for questions that you got right, but you're not 100% sure why you got it right. When I got towards the end of my studying and at my highest practice test scores, I did not move on to the next question until I knew why the answer was right. And that also means like not being like, oh, yeah, I think it said no, 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 no. Especially if it's something like a must be true, mostly supported. I don't want to think I know the right answer. I want to know I know the right answer. So I would go back and double check the passage, or yeah, I would go back and double check the passage and confirm that what I think is what it actually said, because a lot of times you'll make a mistake because you missed if, you missed and, you missed like something very small like that. Another, wow, I'm just gonna throw this in there because this is not like specific to a wrong answer journal, but um sometimes I would make the mistake, like I would miss accept. And what I noticed is that if you start going through the answer choices and you're finding having a really, really hard time picking the answer choice because it seems like there's like so many answer choices that could be right, it's probably an accept question. All of these most support except or something like that. So that is a sign to go back and double check the question and make sure I didn't miss except. Once you have caught that you got the answer wrong because you missed something like that, your thought process starts changing as you go through questions, and you have kind of like a little automatic mental checklist. It's like, okay, did I make sure it doesn't say accept? Did I miss, you start looking for keywords, some, most, all. You just start checking for things that you know that in the past you have missed. And a wrong answer journal helps you do that. Don't cheat the wrong answer journal. What do I mean by that? Sometimes you're going to be like, okay, I get it. I understand why I got it wrong. I just want to move on to the. No, don't do that. Take the time to write it out. This is why I say handwriting isn't really the most efficient, but if that's how you learn, that's how you learn. But for me, it is the act of having to actually write out word by word exactly why I got it wrong, why I didn't pick the right answer, that made me think through the process. Oh, yeah, I missed something. Why I got it wrong, why I picked the wrong answer, why the right, I forgot, why the right answer is right also matters. Gosh, how am I going to edit this? Am I just going to put text on? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyways, a wrong answer journal played a big part in why I was able to increase my LSAT score almost 20 points. So I highly recommend it. But let me know in the comments. Have you tried a wrong answer journal? Are you going to try a wrong answer journal now? If you have tried one, has it been helpful? And per usual, if you have any other questions for me, please go ahead and drop them in the comments. I have to interrupt and say, please, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment. It helps me grow my channel, and my goal is to monetize my channel before starting law school next fall. So it would mean the world to me if you would support by doing one of those things.